take it away.
Yeah, I'm following alongside him. He took the red, went up to that top area 50 bubble, was peeking over the edge. Couple of rails back and forth. He's really relying on that rail at this point. Did switch to shaft. I think that was a smart move. You don't want to face off head to head against the shaft with the pincer. It puts a lot of pressure on yourself not to miss that follow-up shot. Said they split apart. Ballin's going to go ahead and grab that red and maybe try to push forward here over by that blue.
Right, and this is the first major engagement they're going to have. Davis just avoiding those rockets, gets tagged by the pincer on the way out though. And this is a little awkward for him as he's scurrying around, and we're already seeing them playing with each other, playing off the sound in a big way. And
yeah, what Ballin's doing right now,
mindlessly
he's
rushing
the map right now for sure.
Yep. And Davis just trying to eke out a little bit of space for himself.
Yeah, they sort of separated to their corners right now. I think Ballin kind of just waiting for his opportunity and decides to drop in there. Big opening rocket, another follow-up. The smoke comes up, and he may be able to chase him down here.
It's a nightmare for Davis. He drops the smoke to try and run, then gets clipped on some of the geometry. Thought he was at least backing to red, having given Mega, but no. It's all Ballin right now.
Yeah, and his Steve
and now
came out of that fight so clear with
point.
such a huge stack. It's going to be a problem.
Yeah, this is going to be tricky for Davis. He's going to need to work some magic with that pincer of his. Goes for one shot off the mark, goes for a second. I don't know about peeking right now. Ballin jumps. He pounces, but actually puts him out of position, and Davis just slowly walks on back. He's got the red behind him, and now to the Mega. One big bounce. The second rocket's not there, though, and this fight already a little bit messy.
Yeah, I mean, I think he got a little bit lucky there. Both of these players actually at this point have made a couple little miscues. Still 1-0 though, so it's just damage going back and forth, and then they're backing up to their corners, stacking back up and getting ready for the next engagement.
That next engagement's coming now. Davis with a big bounce and a second. Chasing down with the shaft, can hear the screams of his opponent. And pretty easy frag, quite elementary at the end of things.
Yeah, I mean, shaft to shaft.
No way.
That does lose the Mega there, though. Oh, that was a big win there for Ballin.
Aye. That was unfortunate. Neither really able to get a grasp of this map at the moment. They're trading control back and forth. Ballin with a very swift pincer shot there.
Yeah, smart playing. You see him shooting right door to open it up to give him an angle there. Oh, and a full damage rocket to pincer follow-up. He's not going after the spawn, though. He's going to keep map control.
And I generally like that. I'm someone that enjoys a consistent play style. One where you're not betting the house on yourself each and every moment, but rather one where you're playing the percentages. And that's what Ballin's doing, but it's working for now.
Yeah, I think he's almost playing the map as much as his opponent at this point, which will get you a certain extent, a certain amount of success. But right now, back to 48 HP, he's going to be on the run.
I mean, this is the fear, right? You're giving Davis space when you go and stack up yourself. And Davis is a player we've seen with some really explosive damage. He can make a lot happen with very little in the way of resources. But Ballin's still, yeah, favorable, and with that pincer even more so. Davis gonna try and get this 50. Will do, but even so, not the most stacked man in the world, and with the high ground, Ballin has plenty of opportunities to take his shot. Decides not to take any in the end, but there we are.
He did that big spike damage and immediately jumped up top to try to cut him off. Knew he was going to try to rejuvenate himself. Didn't get the kill, but did chase him around.
Now dropping. Takes one pincer, has to back onto the Mega. The fight for red's going to be interesting. Up this jump pad's very dangerous, but Davis doesn't even want to go that far with the plus back rocket. So far holding his ground, but is he going to be able to live? He will! A direct on the exit. Davis gets red, and I thought it was a bit silly there. I thought he should have been going straight for red, take the jump pad. It's a risk, but it's the best option he has. Instead, he says, I got this. With the plus back rockets, and now the pincer unleashed.
Yeah, Ballin just face checked there. He was like, I'm going to go after this at all costs. After the first couple pieces of damage, I thought he would have turned around. Instead, really went all in there, and it cost him. Oh, missing that rail right there. He's going to try to cut him off. I think he got the angle here, and smart play by Ballin to circle back around. You can compare stacks right now. davjs just has a huge advantage over ballin, so not going to want to take this fight too deep. And there's the fadeaway, may go down here.
And when your advantage is so clear, Shaft is king. The fadeaway. Cool guys do not look at explosions. Rocket. Davis ties things up with 3-3.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. You don't want to get trapped down there by Mega, especially if it's not going to spawn underneath you. With that little health, really a difficult place to be in.
The little two-step dodge of the pincer there. Davis feeling himself right now. That's
yeah,
that's
both
cool
players
stuff.
fairly low on their stack right now, though, so they've done a pretty good job of kind of taking jabs at each other. Obviously, we're pretty much dead even. We'll see who gets. He got ballin, got that red. Does Davis have timing on that Mega?
I mean, he should. He certainly should. We'll see. It's not exactly been their strength thus far. Davis going to come over to the red. Ballin 200, 200.
Red.
High ground advantage means nothing when you've got a stack advantage like that. Ballin walks in, collects the red, and now is looking to collect Davis.
Yeah, a bit of a miss, out of step sinking situation there where Davis was on the run, looked for Mega, wasn't there, looked for red, wasn't there, and ballin right now, ballin with the stack.
Yep. And can push on here. Davis once again making things very, very costly with his rockets, but doesn't get the better of Ballin this time.
I do like the shaft usage by ballin here, knowing that he has a stack advantage. When he goes toe-to-toe, he's like, I'm just gonna take consistent damage, whittle you down,
right,
and call it a day. Not going for the spike damage, not the high-risk pincer shots that we've seen sometimes so far today.
Yeah, it's really the gentleman's choice. The shaft, it's consistent, so reliable, it's all faithful. And very, very important that you really, what I'm trying to say, is really important that you know your opponent's stack if you're going to use it to great effect. And so far, Ballin has shown that ability.
Yeah, we saw a nice engagement there. We even saw the slow bubble drop. Davis actually somehow gets away. Was extremely low on HP. Thought we might see a chase down there, but ballin happy to just play control, sit on top of the map, run the items, and see what he can churn out here over time.
Up on the high ground is Ballin, trying to sniff out Davis. Davis will appear. It seemed like Ballin was a little bit surprised, though. Doesn't get the pincer off.
He was mid-weapon switch whenever he turned that corner. I think if he had known he was coming there at that time, he might have stuck with rockets.
Ballin going to back onto this Mega, having hit the pincer. Davis has the red. Still a little bit down on stack, and especially now, does Ballin go to pounce on this? No, backs away again to an item. Seeing a lot of discipline from Ballin this game.
Yeah, lots of patience. That can be a fault at times as well. Sometimes you want to wrap up those kills while you can, even if it means giving up a little bit of position.
When in Diabotical, of course, for every score difference, 30 seconds is removed from the clock, so things can snowball rather quickly. And I tell you, it's a demoralizing thing to see that you're in a 7.5, 8 minute long game, because you know exactly what that means, and it's a struggle. You're up against that clock more so than you would be in previous versions of Duel, and it can weigh on your mind. But Ballin, he's happy to play his own game.
Yeah, I think we're seeing just completely different approaches here. We saw Davis have success before, like I was saying, sometimes shooting himself out of sticky situations. Ballin here is just pure fundamentals. He's just running the map, letting Davis make his own mistakes, trying to make him pay for it, and not overcommitting to anything. Ooh, yep. He might give up that mega health on that little... Oh, here we go, toe-to-toe shaft. Who's going to kick the most out of this one? Down to 38 versus 30, and out comes the rocket by Ballin. Flips the script, takes that kill, and the red armor.
Yep, just a little shimmy back. All that was needed, rocket around the corner. Free damage all day, every day. Very even on the stack now as we enter what could be the last 30 seconds of this map. Ballin looking to close this one out. Gonna drop on the shaft, a little bit risky, but puts him in position for Mega. The rockets coming out from Davis, so are big, and now just left with 58 HP. Ballin actually at a deficit.
Yeah, I mean, he's knocked on his heels a little bit. I'm actually a little bit surprised. Okay, Davis went back for the red. Kind of surprised he's not taking that opportunity to pounce. We are going to be in golden frag territory pretty much immediately.
Yep, it's coming up, and there it is. Ballin 6-3. He's got 4 opportunities at making this happen. Gonna stick on this mega.
Yeah, actually got there
Now,
very, very
go
early,
hunting.
but that's perfectly fine for him.
Up
Oh,
top,
David
gonna find his
with a 100
opponent.
damage rocket.
Ballin just playing off sound right now. Gonna go for this blue shaft on shaft. They're just eye to eye right now. Big damage from Davis though. The rocket to pincer combo. Working absolute gangbusters.
You see him just trying to hammer that mega into existence, trying to forge it in front of his eyes, but it's not happening. He hadn't managed to get timing back and loses it there. Oh, unfortunate for Davis.
Yeah, and of course he is up against the golden frag, so for all that great work he did, he's still on a razor's edge at all times. Gonna try and escape down to the lower blue. Hold up.
Yeah, he'd be heading over.
I don't know.
Up top.
He knows where he's going right now.
Beat on the sound. Oh yeah,
and he's gonna get caught out.
Marina.
Decent damage from Davis. Ballin still with a life lead, who is trying to sniff him out, but he's got a mega. He's got lower blue as well. Davis, the upper blue for himself, now coming into the midfield. I feel this is risky. Ballin could drop here. And he does know exactly where Davis is. Goes through the telly. Here's the shaft. On the high ground. Doesn't want to drop. Will hit the pincer, though. And that's left Davis very low. And Davis didn't have the balls to go straight for red. He's going to get caught out. He's going to get run down. Map 1 goes to ballin4life.
Yeah, as fundamental of a game as Ballin played there, he also caught Davis completely unaware a couple of times. We saw the in there. Davis took that rail in the back. He didn't even turn around. He wasn't even facing him. He didn't know where he was coming from. That really caught him out there.
Certainly did. And, well, I think Ballin looked quite comprehensively better in that map. I wouldn't say there was anything that Davis did that was better than what Ballin did. So I think it was quite a reflective scoreline, quite an accurate one. Bioplant, though, will be Ballin's pick, actually. Let me check the seedings on that. I was about to say, it might be some hope here for Davis, but it could go the other way.
Yeah, I mean, if you're someone who wants to just stand toe-to-toe and basically play aim arena and think you can win, which I think Davis probably feels pretty confident up against Ballin in that regard, this is a map you can kind of do that on. And here we go. We're going to get it kicked off right now.
Ballin4life going to be picking up the red armor. Instant aggression from Davis. 2 chunky rockets coming out. Ballin left worse for wear. Gonna try and stack back up, but not given the opportunity. Davis fells him swiftly.
Yeah, super aggressive play there. I was curious if he was going to use that opening damage to secure some map items. Instead, goes for the kill, and here we go, a follow-up. This is the kind of map where you can play this highly aggressive playstyle and really catch people time after time.
This is well, it's looking very healthy for Davis right now. In with the shaft once again. 4th frag of the match already. Ballin needs to stabilize.
Yeah, I mean, just based on what I saw from their playstyles, I mean, I think bigger maps are going to play to Ballin's playstyle. Davis is going to like a smaller map like this. We'll see what Ballin can do to slow things down. Like you say, just stabilize, at least catch his breath.
Jesus. 62% shaft. Correct, call it out in the chat. This is savant level play from Davis right now, who's just turned the fire up and gonna push in. A little bit iffy there, could have been cleaner, but he's gonna get the frag, and that's a 5th already. A 9-minute and 30-second duel is what we're currently looking at.
Yeah, and then the follow-up.
Mega for Davis.
Spike damage right off. Gets that, you know, he's not just going for the fights either. He's keeping those timings in check, keeping the items under his belt, and yeah, just racking them up right now.
Domination from Davis as he just keeps on going. Pincer from range. They've traded. Davis looking for more. Apparently just feeling himself right now. 2 rockets. It's as simple as that. Bye-bye, Ballin. It will be a mega in due time for Davis. Oh, he hasn't timed it.
Oh, interesting. So a little bit of lost time there. That's going to give ballin a chance to circle around the map a little bit, but I think he's kind of waiting for an ambush here.
So for the first time in this map, ballin's going to have a sizable stack, and he's got to try and turn the tide now. Let's see if he can. Shaft out, doing good damage, but the rockets from davjs, oh, it's too much.
Yeah, he's going to say toe-to-toe, man. davjs can jump in there. He is perfectly happy to play that game, rocket for rocket. Blasted him with 2 direct hits there. Massive damage, and now in position already for the Mega. Oh, but ballin makes him pay.
Ballin turns it around and has a serious opportunity once again. Into the red goes davjs, gonna pick it up. Pins is just not finding their mark. Ballin must be kicking himself right now. That should have been so much more, and now completely caught out. davjs from behind pins him. And again, I have to bring it to our attention. 8 minutes is how long this duel is scheduled to be right now.
Yeah, he looked like he was maybe a little disappointed with himself after those rails, and he just got snuck up on from behind. Might have been a little distracted by that last engagement. And here you go, davjs again, just on the chase down.
Relentless. Truly relentless. Trying to get us on schedule. Mojo is probably the biggest davjs fan in the world right now. 10-1. And what can you say? What can ballin do here?
I mean, technically it's not over because of the golden frag. You know, it's not over till it's over. But right now, davjs is looking dominant. And you got to wonder, if you're a future opponent in this tournament, you got to start thinking about map picks. And when you see domination like this on one of the maps and what's otherwise been a close tournament, you got to keep that in mind.
Yeah, davjs just looking at home right now. Into the red pit goes ballin. Into the coffin goes ballin.
Yeah, davjs even damaged himself a bit there, but when you have that extra stack, it really doesn't matter. Just going for kills right now. Not even worrying so much about owning the map or perfect positioning. He is just fighting toe-to-toe and winning.
It's just looking so easy for him right now. davjs comes in with the rocket. Left on 2 HP. Is dropped. Ballin. Back on the scoreboard, but he has a mountain to climb and a pittance of time to do it in.
Yeah, we're going to see golden frag in a little over a minute. 6 minutes in at this point. We'll see what he can do to extend this match. He's aiming for that rocket launcher, trying to catch him coming around the corner. Pincer comes out. You see he's just trying to line up a shot ahead of time, but actually gets a free red, and that could be huge for him. Looks like davjs did have to choose, got that Mega. Now we're going toe-to-toe here. ballin gonna turn away and look to catch him at the armor instead.
Just the mental burden on ballin right now to try and stay in this game. I respect him each and every second. He manages to do it. Here's the shaft, not looking bad at all, but davjs looking better. Golden frag at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. ballin knows it's over. He's going in for one last ditch effort and actually doing a decent job of things. davjs on the back foot for a moment, but has the Mega. Knows that both lower and upper blue are up. Doesn't even want upper blue, just going in for the frag. Easy as that. 15-2. Domination.
Yeah, and ballin actually killed himself to put that time down to 5:30 for that golden frag. So just completely one-sided here. Now, like you say, you know, ballin's got to kind of regain his composure because he knows he still has a chance to win this.
He certainly should, but I mean, that was ugly. That was ugly. Trying to come back from that, it's going to be very, very difficult.
Yeah, and based purely on map size, this is another one where I think davjs could really do some damage, but there is a little bit more, I think, just pure geometry to put between you and your opponent on this map. So we'll see what ballin can do. I think if he gets on top of the items, that's what happened map 1. I think he can really push him away and dictate that flow of combat. But once davjs got control last map, he just was relentless. Pretty
much. I mean, it was a simple game as far as things go. not much to analyze. Davis walked at him, and he hit his shots, and sometimes that's what Duel is. I mean, it certainly simplifies things if you hit everything, and using the currently fairly powerful rockets to great effect was Davis, but it's going to be harder to do on Perilous. That much larger, that much more complicated. Ballin4life, we saw, had the more solid control game on Frontier. Is he going to be able to bring that to Perilous? Is that going to translate better here than on Bioplan? I think it will.
Yeah, this is sort of, I think, an in-between map as far as those two are concerned, just from my own experience. But yeah, Ballin's not going to have a lot of risk. Not as big as Frontier, where you can kind of catch your breath here and there. He's definitely going to have to be willing to stand in, track his opponent quickly. And if Davis can force the issue, he can definitely win some fights without the stack advantage. But I think if he can gather that advantage like he did last map and just hold it, I mean, there's nothing Ballin's going to be able to do there. So either way, man, it's really hard to call this one.
Yep. Jahar with the bribes. He's given away a lot of sacks at puppies in his lifetime.
Is that an Imperial unit or a metric unit?
That is definitely Imperial. Jahar's NA to the core.
All right, here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we are on Perilous with Ballin4life. Going to be picking up this YA, getting the pincer, and making his way over to the red. We'll pick that up, and I think he might get a rocket launcher after. He will.
Yeah, great start to the map here for Ballin. Going to be in good position. Play defensively if he wants to. Opens up with a little bit of fall away damage with that rocket. He is in a bit of a vulnerable position, but I don't think Davis is going to want to push this early.
No, I think we'll see both of them a little bit more defensive on Perilous than on Bioplan. I don't think we're going to see quite that crazy aggression from Davis here. And, well, certainly that's true at the moment. On to the Mega. Takes a pincer for his troubles. Ballin will back away, content with the work that he's done, and now with a superior position on the red. Pretty textbook.
Yeah, and this is very much what we saw out of Ballin the first map too, right? He's playing the map first, and then waiting for his time to kind of ambush the enemy, right? If Davis can force him out of his comfort zone, I think that's where he really gained that advantage in map 2. And you see kind of just doing that, trying to trap him in corners. There's a lot of places to get trapped by rockets in this map.
Certainly. It doesn't look like Davis is going to make a play for this red. It's going to be Ballin's. They both take their major item. Or at least they will. Ballin now with the red. Delaying? Ooh, is he trying to set up a clash? I wonder. I mean, if his timing is on point, then he could, and that has made them clash. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
Ballin.
he sat back there kind of just playing his Game Boy for a little while, staring at the wall. So he definitely had a timing thing in mind that he was trying to play with. A little bit of damage there, and like you say, maybe he's trying to sync things up.
Yeah. And he's done so very well. Mega and red about to be up. Davis is rocket jumping up. Ooh, very interesting. They're going to meet at this YA, but neither can pick it up. Really, both playing so cautious right now. What a change of pace, but here comes Davis on the drop. Eats a lot of damage, though, and does almost none. Ballin going to deny that YA and then make a beeline for red. And that is
nice.
Beautiful shooting from Ballin.
Yeah, cut that corner with that rail. Eats one right back, though. But Ballin, of course, ends up right in position for the red, which means he can rocket jump up and go straight for that Mega. Perfect timing there and great use of the map right there.
Yeah, Davis on the back foot now. Would love this YA. Not going to be given the chance to take it, though. Eats a pincer for good measure. And Ballin, this is his map right now. Unless...
Oh, there you go. Actually, ate a good amount of damage, but did stand in there and get the kill.
My heart was in my mouth then. That was far too close for comfort. But Ballin does... Yeah, he comes out on top. He's feeling good. He's going to make this happen.
He's in good shape. I mean, down there, it's so claustrophobic down there by that blue. Anything could happen. It had just enough of a stack to come away with the win in that fight. But now he's hanging out down low again, and this is kind of an interesting situation. I think he actually surprised Davis there.
Now with the rockets, they're both just sort of gambling. Up in the sky goes Ballin, and it's the reverse skeet shoot. The duck shoots back.
Yeah, ballin will hang on to this blue again and almost eats another rail. That would have been a really dangerous rail if he had taken it. But instead, right back at that red armor, we really kind of holding this area at all costs this game.
For good reason. It's a fine item. One of my favorites.
Curious to see if he's going to circle around now and try to cut him off. He's almost basically put up a home base here in the red, and there's a big rocket right to that teleporter. David's trying to stand in there, not going to work. A little bit late on that red.
Yeah, just bit off more than he could shrew. If in the middle of that fight he was picked up the red, it could have been different. That's where the precision in your timing matters so much more. And it's not come off for him, and giving away a frag like that is pivotal on Perilous, where the scores are generally quite low.
Yeah, I don't think he got much out of that either, right? He went in, he took a big chance, but it could end up hurting him in the long run because didn't even get really much trade damage off of it.
Not at all. And, well, this is Ballin's map to lose right now. Gonna be on this Mega, near enough 200. He's got all the options in the world, and he's gonna find Davis. Shaft out, looking solid. Hitting the pincer as well. Up the jump pad Davis goes. Is there an escape, though? Dropping down, Ballin tries for the pincer, just a little bit off, but he will secure this red. And Davis is limping right now.
Yeah, you see the cutoff here by Ballin trying to guess kind of which way he's going to go. There's a couple of 50-50 kind of situations in this map where the opponent can go left or right, and you just got to pick one. In this set, he's going to sit here, hold down that Mega, and now he can rocket jump right back up to the top of the map. He's been doing that back and forth all game long. He gets red, he rocket jumps up. He gets Mega, he rocket jumps up, really holding that top area.
It's a good area
Once
to
again,
hold.
red going to Ballin.
If only we had in-game statistics, eh? We could see how many he's got. One day.
I feel like it would be fairly one-sided here.
Certainly would be.
I think Davis has been staying alive largely on the yellows is all I can guess here. Oh, but he's going to be chased back down to it right now, and he does get away. Ballin happy to do a little bit of damage and just try to starve him out. I mean, he's really playing a war of attrition here. Just taking time off the clock and keeping everything under his control.
Yep, Davis with a lot of pressure on him right now. He's got to make something happen sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do in this scenario? Do you hope to try to get, a couple pincer shots without any trade damage? You hope to try to ambush someone with rockets because he knows he's not going to have a stack advantage anytime soon.
Yeah. I mean, you live off that way, eh? You live off the blue. You get 100, 150, as he's done. You don't eat that pincer. And yeah, I think you got to take the off angles. You got to catch him by surprise. And with the stacks as they are, he needs 2 unreturned pincers to really be able to go for an even fight. It's a tricky position for Davis. Very tricky indeed. He will get his way, though, and he's been good about that.
Yeah, he's not even back up to it. It looks like he's peeking at red, maybe trying to look for an ambush now. I don't know if he's going to try to steal it. Last time it didn't work out great for him. And he might actually get the opportunity here with those shafts coming out. Can't stand toe-to-toe with it necessarily, but it does turn him away.
Gonna be on that Mega. On the low ground is Davis. Davis with the red, can't make use of the blue, but he's gonna trap it up round the corner. Here he comes. Rockets doing decent work, but the pincer was costly as the shaft knocks him back. They are once again mano a mano. Davis going to be the one with an item to back up onto, though. And Ballin just left with 73 HP. Very, very precarious right now.
Yeah, and like you guys were calling the last match, he's a little bit he's unsure where to predict where Davis is going to be coming from. Not sure where to go to try to avoid him. He does manage to get that Mega, though, and that'll give him a little bit of an opportunity to do some damage before getting away.
Oh, that's ugly. You don't want to see that. Gonna get the red. He eats the pincer beforehand, though. He needs some HP to make use of that armor.
Yeah, and even Ballin, when he lost control, was able to get back up there, grab that red, kept perfect timing of everything, and really benefiting him here. Davis's stack just whittling down by the second.
Yeah. It's a tricky one coming
like
in.
that down.
Mad aggression from Davis.
Yeah, so Davis had snagged that Mega, knew he had a few seconds to get over to that red, was able to do it, knew he had an opportunity to take control, does it. There's the follow-up. Now, what does he do here? Does he go on full-on afterburner mode and try to rack up some kills, or is he now just going to play the map, much like Ballin had been?
And this is where we see that explosive ability come out from Davis that served him so well on Bioplan. I want to see him unleash the beast. I want to see the aggression. I want to see the rocket jumps. I want to see the shaft. I always want to see the shaft.
Well, he rocketed himself right there, an inadvertent rocket jump. You saw the head shake in disapproval, but still got the most out of that one. Did a little bit of damage, going to send Ballin on the run. Now trying to track him down. Yeah, map control firmly flipped over into Davis's favor now, but he's still looking to put some damage out from that. Ballin only at 75 over 100. So if Davis can catch him, he's got a huge advantage.
Let's go, Davis. Let's go. Let's not do that, though. That was weak. Gonna rocket jump back up. That's a big balls play. Oh, you legend. But you're getting absolutely fucked. Ballin from downtown just hits his rockets, hits his pincer. Davis. Ball's too big for Israel.
Yeah, that high ground's it's important for a reason, right? He just stood up there and said, all right, keep walking at me. Now, Ballin, though, doesn't seem to have time. Remember that Mega was delayed. I think Davis actually ran by it and then had to double back around. Ballin's just looking at it, waiting for the timing to come up. Golden frag hits, though, right as he grabs it.
Golden frag is activated. Ballin just needs one more frag, and well, it could be a formality at this point. He has a whole hell of a lot of a stack. Davis waiting on this red. Ballin should know that, but he's not looking at the moment.
Yeah, kind of curious. Ballin's over here watching for the yellow and looking to catch Davis. I think trying to ambush him. He's just going to go ahead and grab it. Maybe a little bit of a bad read there.
Yeah, I think giving a little bit too much space.
Oh, Ballin falls back into that Mega. I'm not sure if Davis knew it was up or not.
Yeah, Davis was a little all in there because, of course, it was Ballin that could back up onto the Mega. Now the fight for red. We're not seeing a lot of damage come out from Ballin. It's going to be a pretty clean pickup for Davis, who now will make his way over to this high ground. Ballin on the low ground, coming through Telly. They could well meet, and here they are. The rocket's not great from Davis. He hears that little scream. Ballin like a shark to chum in the water. Oh, but he's being bonked on the nose. And we all know that if you bonk a shark on the nose, well, they're a little bit stunned. That might be an old wives' tale, honestly. I'm not too sure, but let's hope it's true, because otherwise we're not going to enjoy getting hit by a shark anytime soon.
At least it gives you something to do, right?
Gives you hope.
Let's see. Ballin here. Yeah, Ballin here does grab some armor. So both players actually I think they were under 80 health each and already stacked all the way back up, looking pretty good now. Neither one really wanted to take that risk to go all in, despite Ballin having three extra frags to play with.
I absolutely think Davis is about to go all in, though. No, it's Ballin that drops. Davis, is he going to commit to the engagement? No, he's going to back up. This is not the real tenacious Davis that we saw on Bioplan. And honestly, it disappoints me, because I think that his mechanical skill has proved very formidable. But he thinks the best way to play this is a little bit more conscientiously, and, well, more power to him.
I think he's playing into Ballin's game plan a little bit. He's kind of going down to his style of game versus that bar fight brawl that I think he could really succeed in. But he did push him off the Mega. That's a big grab for him alongside that blue.
And, ooh, nice turnaround with the rocket there.
Yeah, Ballin's pushing forward here, but not much health and armor to back it up. He's got to be careful. Oh, caught him right before he stepped into that teleporter.
Netcode is an interesting thing. You're always going to like its results. Davis going to jump onto this Mega, the red, undoubtedly for Ballin, who's waiting, trying to trap up the blue, but Davis doesn't want the blue for now. Will make his way there. No, goes high ground. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Ballin4life just sitting on this red. It's going to be his. Uncontested, and now the fight for Mega begins. Coming on up is Ballin. Davis with the defensive rocket, actually going to push in. And I think out of character, this is quite odd to me that he backs off. Yeah, he's going to take the damage. He's going to give up the Mega. Ballin feeling very, very good about his position,
yeah,
I'm
he
sure.
flipped things around pretty well. I mean, he kind of fought his way back in, and now Mega and that blue together going to put him in great position to try to finish this one off. Yellow's up soon. You see Ballin waiting for it. Davis up top. Not going to be in position, though. Trying to get some free damage with those pincer shots, but just not hitting.
Not half. On for blue he goes. As we are now into our 16th minute of the game. The golden frag proving an absolute nightmare for the schedule. Mojo ripping his hair out as we speak.
Yeah, and I think that's a playstyle thing as much as anything. Ballin just seems like the kind of player, very methodical, not wanting to take any unnecessary risk. Had a wide open shot to Davis's back. Missed it, but hit the follow-up. When does he decide to play chase? At some point, he's going to have to finish this one off, right?
Really is.
Mega's coming up
from the high ground.
Ballin up top. Oh, he drops down.
Not going to take it.
Going for it. No, he backs up. Interesting. Okay, so maybe getting a little antsy there is Ballin.
All round the corner, Ballin laser trap. Sprung by Davis, but is he about to turn it around? No, neither wants to commit to the fight. Ballin gonna perch up on this red. Davis with the blue, and then could either go aggressive or wait for the Mega himself. Or I actually can't read what Davis is doing right now. I don't know what it is. Ballin making some very sensible moves up on the high ground. Knows where Davis is, knows the Mega is up. Looking to get some damage on the way. Lots of options here for Ballin, and they all seem good.
Yeah, Davis has tried to bait him through that teleporter up from Mega a couple of times. Came up empty a couple of times. Definitely seems to be a strategy of his, though. Wants to bait you to chase him through, feed you a rocket. Could come into play if he can bait him successfully, I should say. Ooh, Davis gonna just run away from this yellow, it looks like. Not wanting any part of this fight, but one more shot could take him down, 51 health. He's got to be careful now. This is where Ballin's opportunity could be.
I feel like patience was running out for Davis there. He just wanted to hit it. He was sort of trying to will it into existence. Ends up so low on the wrong end of the engagement, and here's Ballin.
There it is.
Simple as that.
Yeah, Ballin just waiting for his opportunity. Eventually took it. Neither player shooting an amazingly high percentage with any particular weapon. Just a lot of shuffling around. And like you were saying, I think Davis sort of became Ballin in the second half of that map, and it kind of extended the match. It kept him alive, but it didn't get him the damage he wanted.
What an interesting series. We have a pretty decently close game on Frontier where Ballin comes out on top. We have an absolute stomp on Bioplant with Davis winning with ease. And then Ballin pretty comprehensively winning Perilous. It's interesting to say the least. Skybreak, I want to say, more similar to Bioplant than either Perilous or Frontier. And should give Davis some real options.
Yeah, I mean, I think Davis will have his opportunity to force the issue a little bit more, maybe more safely on this map, because he was eating a couple rockets around corners. You saw a lot of fights at that lower blue that just he got turned away. But yeah, here, high ground going to be huge, as we've seen in earlier matches. Really curious to see how they decide to position themselves. Ballin just planted a flag on the red armor last map and just stuck around there most of the game and just dared Davis to attack, and most of the time he really didn't feel like doing it.
Yep. Well, here we are. The countdown begins. We're on Skybreak on board with ballin4life. 2-1 up in this series. Could close it out here.
Yeah, he's got rocket launcher, he's got pincer, he's got a red in pretty good position to be aggressive and gonna complete the trio with that shaft. If his prior play is any indication, though, he's not going to be hyper aggressive early on, or really maybe ever. I think he's perfectly happy to try to play for the advantage in every situation. And you see right there, just waiting on that blue.
And it's sort of a shame that we didn't get to see quite how he manages being out of control, because Biplant was just such a stomp. Never really had the opportunity to show that side of himself, and so far, just seen this very, very cautious player that makes some decent decisions and, well, holds firm. Good damage and advantage Ballin.
Yeah, and even right there, did tons of damage, had him down, could have chased if he wanted to, decided not to, just going for the smart long-term play every time. And it's all about consistency with that kind of play style.
Certainly is. Ballin coming on in, eats a nasty rocket, could clean it up there. They both miss the pincer in the end. Ballin, well, for the first time in a while, we're actually seeing a real concerted effort to try and bring his opponent down.
Yeah, I would say that's the longest we've seen Ballin chase in this match so far. And if nothing else, chases him, does a little bit of damage, gets him a complete, clean, untouched grab of that mega.
Yep. And so far so good for Ballin. Davis hasn't really had an in yet. Could be waiting around for this red. Yeah. I don't think he can, though. Has to move away.
Yeah, and Ballin right here is just soaking up every item that he can. Pretty much what we've seen. I mean, that's what we've seen from him today. And look at Davis. He's down to 61 over 80. Oh, going down really weak. That rail would have been huge.
Davis, I hope you know your angles, son, because you're about to play out of control for a long, long, long time.
Yeah, I have no idea how Ballin has the kind of patience that I'm seeing from him, just to not overcommit, not be anxious. He knows he's had Davis down under, what, 75 HP a couple times, and still, rather than chasing around a corner, backs up, starves him out, grabs more items, just waiting for his chance. Ooh, there's a couple challenging rockets, but pretty safe distance, too. I kind of like that idea from Davis. Doesn't hit him. Oh, and eats a rail.
Mega, Ballin, red, Ballin. Everything Ballin. And even the damage. Very one-sided.
Yeah, Davis doing a great job. I mean, this is a tie game right now. Like, it's kind of hard to believe at this point, given how one-sided the map controls were. But Davis doing a great job just to stay alive. And if he can hit a couple big shots, a rocket here, a rail there, he can try to turn it around. But so far, just hasn't had any openings.
No, it's been a bit of a sad story for Davis thus far, I feel. Ballin looking to get the maiden frag. Will deny the way A, make his way over to the mega. Oh no. Okay, we're seeing it then. We're seeing a little bit of bloodlust from Ballin. No, he's taking a blow. God damn. I thought for a moment this guy was going to allow himself some joy in his life. Just a little bit. But no, he's back to boring old items.
Ooh, eats a rocket here, a couple rockets. So here's the problem. If you're Ballin, yeah, sure, you've been controlling the map for almost 4 minutes. You've converted 0 frags out of it. If Davis is the kind of player, if you give him an opening, you never know how many frags he can convert off of it. So it's that contrasting play styles really comes into play here. Ooh, both bubbles go down, smoke and slow, and neither player goes for the kill. Davis somehow escapes. I think he had 45 HP there.
Yeah, not a lot at all to work with. Ballin out of control. Have I said that yet? I feel like I have. But he's in control. Oh, I've missed out on some great jokes. God damn it. This control is looking absolutely just unbeatable at the moment. Davis isn't really making any inroads.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Ballin just running around and not by himself. Like, it doesn't even look like he's being challenged. And here's the big chase down with that shaft. Maybe looking, he needs a couple more ticks down to 21 HP, but Davis On the run.
Oh, he may give away the mega here. No, Davis doesn't go for it. Instead, he goes for what could be a safer option, I guess, but gets dropped. And that is ballin making one frag. And, well, I mean, if the first 5 minutes is anything to go by, it may be the only frag he needs.
Now, the thing that'll happen, though, sometimes, if you get up a few frags, the potentially hyper-aggressive player might decide they got nothing left to lose. And he might pounce on him. Now, whether that works out for Davis or not, we'll see. But he can only play this methodical playstyle right alongside ballin for so long. He's just going to run out of time at some point.
Oh,
the shaft
going
to
from
Mega right there.
west. Answered though by ballin, and he's even got the blue to fall back on. Can drop on the red if he likes. Feeling out where Davis is. A little bit of aggression.
Oh.
Ballin checks an angle and comes back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he was using sound cues there to make sure he didn't give up an actual angle on that red, but did delay it a second. And you see ballin, we saw this last map, perfectly happy sometimes to just stand still for a few seconds and just wait and see if Davis makes that mistake and runs into him. Oh, there's
Big
100 damage,
at
170.
range.
Looking to finish him with the pincer. Interesting, he's not trying to chase down with the shaft there. Yeah, so Davis now trying to stack up. He's picking up armor shards, picking up health bubbles, anything he can find to just try to get some amount of a stack. And again, he's doing a pretty decent job fighting off the massive amount of map control, but everywhere he goes, he's just taking damage left and right. He seems like he's been on the run all game. Well, this could be another frag here, down to 27 HP is Davis.
Stallin for life. His new moniker. I like it, chat. You're funnier than us. Good stuff.
If I ever record a rap album, that's what it'll be.
Fair
I'll
play.
never get around to it.
Fair play on. No, come on. You gotta believe in yourself.
Oh, 2 rails there from
Ballin.
Davis, and there's a
Ooh.
big spike of damage we're waiting for.
Go.
And now
Let's
Davis.
go, Davis.
Oh, look at the angle. He had him lined up. You saw the peak by ball and almost ate a rail. You never know what can happen. If Davis can get a kill here, he could be off to the races. And is that the... Davis just scooped up a red. Is that the first red of the map we've seen from him?
You know, I think it might
in
be.
position for the mega,
If not
both
first, it's
going
probably
to
only in
take it.
second. Right, should
And
be
two
the
big-
easiest fight of his life.
Yeah, right there was all about the amount of damage Ballin could put forth. He knew he had lost both majors, red and mega. Davis only down 1 now.
Yep. So definite chances here, and you begin to wonder, did Ballin, did he not push his lead far enough? Because he wasn't converting the stack into frags, which looked fairly comfortable, but now you got a serious issue on your hand in the form of Davis, who's currently 200-200, gets pincered down, but still looking very dangerous. I think Ballin might have some regrets.
Yeah, sometimes your biggest strength can be your biggest weakness, and I think Davis knew that he didn't have to worry about being chased all that much. He was able to just extend it, hit a couple of shots, grab red, grab mega, and flip the map completely around. That said, neither player particularly stacked. Here's an indicator right here. This shot could completely change the complexion of this match from either side. Davis with the chase
Big
down.
rocket!
Had the pincer shot lined up. You know he wanted that one. Even had him in a slow bubble.
Out of the tally, here he comes. Gets immediately shafted. Davis, not with the healthiest health pool. Doing good on armor though. Gonna wait for this blue. Ballin is
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he waited that
above
long
red.
for that blue.
Ooh. Had a little ambush there, did our Ballin. Didn't come off. Missed the shot.
Yeah, kind of interesting. Like I say, waited around in that blue for a while, waited around in that red for a long while. But no challenge there from Ballin, who, like we've seen before, perfectly happy to wait for an advantage before engaging. Took that Mega, pretty stacked up now. Oh, here's a chase.
Oh.
I think he just kind of headbutted there. There's another rocket up top. And I think Ballin. Oh no!
Let's
Davis
go,
comes back
Davis!
to that red.
Ballin
I thought he
makes
was-
it happen.
Yeah, Davis, gutsy play right there, backing back into the red armor low. I think he was hoping to hit a big highlight reel shot. Would have tied it up instead. Gives Ballin a little bit more control, but now timing the clock going to be a big factor.
Whew. Ballin back doing what he does best. And looking like he could take this frag and take us to the golden frag, but the rockets are there from Davis doing so much damage up close. Ballin reeling, has to go back to this red, stacking up. Actually won't go in just yet. Trying. Yeah, there he goes. He has confirmation that Davis won't cut him off. Had the timing much better than me as well.
Yeah, Davis went off to grab the Mega. Actually had a stack advantage there for a bit, but instead going to wait for an ambush rather than pushing right in.
Golden frag.
ballin4life. Golden frag. Not a whole lot of stack at the moment, though. Davis is the one in the driving seat.
Yeah, I'm very, very
knows
curious.
when red
This
is,
what
but-
we wanted to see.
I think that was greedy. I think the red was very greedy. I'm surprised Davis didn't push that more.
Yeah, he backed up to Mega. He's
gonna push
been
it now.
giving up engagements to grab that Mega, but this is what you wanted to see, right? You want to see Ballin trying to fight back into control. You want to see Davis in control of the items. How aggressive is he going to be? Might depend on if he can hit some of these opening pincer shots.
Oh, just 9 HP, 0 armor. The pincer's off the mark. Ballin. Just so panicked right now. You can see it in his movement.
Yeah, the map's just being completely hoovered up by Davis. Oh, they run into each other in midair. The rocket misses because of the teleport, but there's the shaft to pull back within one.
Back on the board, Davis. 2-3. One frag to make up now. Against the golden frag, though, and the aggression comes in from Ballin. Is this impatience or is it smart? Davis lives. And Ballin actually left pretty weak. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't know if that was unintentional or if he was just deciding to try to catch him unawares, but Davis got away. They both took a ton of damage. Davis ended up with the Mega, though. And red now on top of that, and just not going to be a great outcome there for Ballin. He's going to have to try to put some space between them.
Ballin on the back foot now. Davis going to find him round the corner. Shaft not looking too great, but that rocket certainly is. And the second... flurry of wonderful shots coming out from Davis, who's now over to this Mega. Has his opponent dead in his sights. Dropping down,
right
shaft
here.
out, slow Weeble as well. The Rockets are deterrent at the moment. Lift jumps there, but so is the telly. Davis. Big
That
ball
telly.
plays.
Zero hesitation on the cutoff through that teleporter. Knew instinctively what he wanted to do, was waiting for him to take that lift. Popped him, hit that one rocket to finish things off. Great comeback by Davis. This is exactly what you wanted to see. Was him take control, all and have to fight back, and aggression by Davis wins it.
We go to the 5th map. It's Casbah. Who's gonna take it? It's really anybody's game right now. Whew. Need a breather after that one.
Yeah, it just feels like Davis is just waiting. He's just a drag racer, just waiting for that go sign. And once he gets that ability to be aggressive, can just rack up the kills like that. And Ballin's just trying to keep him at bay, keep him on his toes, not let him get any traction. And as soon as he does, he knows it could be a scary fight, really.
Right. Well, this is it now. One map to decide it all. Winner goes to grand finals. Loser goes down to face some absolute killers. I'm just going to have a look at the bracket, see what the stakes are. They're going to face the winner of Ray versus Zoric War. I wouldn't want to go in that loser's bracket myself. I don't know about you.
Yeah, keep in mind the grand finals, like the upper seed will maintain that first map pick advantage. But here we go, map 5 starting right now.
Fight.
There we are with ballin4life. Going to get the shaft, the blue, the red, and the rocket.
Interesting. I'm not sure if he intentionally delayed that red, but it ended up happening. We'll see if that throws off the timing if Davis tries to challenge it next. And we've seen this from Ballin a couple of times. Like I said, perfectly happy to just sit still, set up a camp, raise a flag, roast some weenies, and just wait for that arm to pop up. Not trying to run all the way around the map, make all kinds of noise. Oh, he eats a rail there, though.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. Ballin so far doing well, but I don't know. I'm seeing a little bit of sloppiness in his movement. I think he could be rattled. Really? Skybreak should have been his. And that may be weighing on his mind.
Yeah, I mean, like we were talking about before, there's a little bit of pride involved with that. You don't want to be the one that coughs up a lead. Oh, and catches him, though, peeking down.
The rockets are so good from Davis, but the shaft is there. 50 bubble for Davis and a direct. He clutches it out. What a madman.
Yeah, he dove right on in there. Either one of them could have won that one. He was a step ahead, and, you know, that lack of hesitation won him the 50 bubble, won him the fight. All right, the kill and the blue. And Davis, this is what we're talking about. He could be off to the races here. As soon as he decides to just go full bore, we know he can rack up kills. We've seen it. Could this be an opposite look from the last map? Could Davis go out into an early lead, and it could be Ballin trying to fight back into it? I don't know. He hasn't been able to find him. Maybe Ballin being quiet is working out like we were talking about a second ago.
I like Davis' position a lot, and he's setting up well. That's yeah, it's a little ugly for Ballin right now. Does have a lot of armor.
Yeah, saw Davis bonk on the side of the teleporter there. Not going to cost him, though. Sometimes that can throw your timing off. Next thing you know, you're eating a rocket stuck in the corner, but got a little bit out of position there for the red armor.
Yeah, and this is... it's a bit of a mess, if we're honest. Rocket comes out from Davis. Shaft now as well. Here's the screams. Ruthless in his execution. 3 plays 0.
Yeah, what we're seeing here is Davis is putting it together. You know, both his fragging ability and the ability to control the map. So not just diving in and taking those toe-to-toe fights, but also running around item to item, catching him with some pincer shots like that. That's going to keep Ballin on his back feet, or excuse me, on his heels, we'll say, for a while.
Not great timing here, let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised. Davis there, I thought might be aggressive with the chase down, but goes back to the Mega, wants to make sure he gets timing of it. And they're going to meet each other round back.
Oh. Davis right now just making things happen with his aim right, left, and center. Dropping down the shaft, usually a little dodgy, but
able to get the pickup, survived it, and now he's going to chase him down with a shotty.
I think this is the first time we've seen a shotgun today. And he didn't shoot at the dick. That's the problem. PSA for everyone out there.
On the internet.
Exactly. You got to shoot at the dick. Do not shoot center of the egg. Shoot at where the legs meet the egg, and you'll have a great time.
So red goes to Davis. Ballin gonna crouch walk around again, just being super sneaky. He's gonna go for a blue. And you're just waiting for that peek shot. They kind of know where the other one is. You can see Davis there just throwing spam up. Wants that Mega for free, and he might just get it. Does give up the red, however.
Oh, okay. On my screen, that looked like he got directed, but he didn't. Davis hits the pincer, retains quite a sizable stack advantage. With some free shaft as well, looking very good right now. Ballin up on the high ground. Not with too many options.
Oh, and there's the chase down by Davis. Had him just completely pinned in there.
And I'm beginning to wonder if ballin is rattled. Skybreak 2-0 up for 8, maybe even 9 minutes. davjs comes back, and on this map, it's been all davjs all the time. Currently 4-0 up. And what is the play from ballin?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to have to get out of his comfort zone. We've seen what he likes to do, kind of be almost mechanical, run the map, try to be precise, starve his opponent out. But at some point, he's going to have to be the one that takes a risk, tries to turn things around. We saw davjs do that to him on Skybreak. He's got to answer back. Does a decent amount of damage. Unfortunately, Mega's right there for davjs afterwards.
What can he do? What can he do against this man who's just doing everything better, everything faster, everything more accurately? davjs looking to run away with this one. We need to see a sign of life from ballin before this one's over.
Oof. Yeah, davjs really getting comfortable now, and he's not doing anything super secret sneaky business. He's just running the map, looking for his opponent, fighting when he has the advantage, and hitting his shots.
Yep. That's about it. davjs with a serious health advantage. Doesn't want to leverage it though. Will instead back on to the red, and that's a luxury he has. Basically, every decision at the moment is a good one.
Yeah, pretty much all he has to worry about at this point is running the pickups and then occasionally challenging a blue to maybe try to push ballin off. Ballin, yeah, in a tough spot here.
Yeah. This is where the duel sort of plays itself for davjs. The flowchart becomes so incredibly simple. ballin does get on a red. Lifeline.
Oh, there's a decent rocket, but only 6 damage.
Is davjs awake?
Yeah,
he's gonna win
I think
the fight, but that was strange.
Yeah, down to 13 HP, but also down to a 7.5-minute timer. It's actually going to go back up to 8 minutes with that retaliation frag. But yeah, davjs still in great position to finish this one off. But ballin does have a bit of a stack advantage now for the first time in a while.
Yeah, I mean, doubt started creeping your mind if you're davjs right now. You give up that mega as well. Now you're trying to jump, and it's a little bit desperate. Left on almost no HP whatsoever. ballin's going to chase. Here's the pincer. 9 plays 2, yes. But that 2 has an awful lot of stack and could well be making that 3.
Yeah, unfettered aggression can be a problem. Oh, nice grab of that 50 bubble. That was critical. Oh, we see him ball out with a machine gun chase down. Oh, he goes for the all or nothing. Oh, he went for the pincer. Wanted to end it in one shot, get that kill instead. He goes down, and that could have been critical.
Why rail? Why rail? He knew the MG was better, and then he just... Oh, ballin.
I think sometimes under that panic mode, you're like, I can hit this shot, you know, take all doubt away, but you know, you got to rebuild those instincts sometimes.
I feel for him, I really do. davjs, not with the commanding stack, but he will have this red. The 50 brings him to 100 HP. ballin needs this mega desperately, but has to fight for it first. Easy as that. 3
davjs. I really like that finishing attack.
Yep.